In 1987, a family thought they had found their dream home, a beautiful old house on the outskirts of town. But what they actually rented was a nightmare waiting to unfold. The rent was suspiciously cheap, and the agent simply mentioned it was hard to find tenants. Excited for a fresh start, the couple and their 2 young children moved in, completely unaware of the house's dark history. The very first night, the temperature dropped in strange places, creating pockets of intense cold. Lights would flicker on and off without reason, and they could hear distinct footsteps from the second floor. Even when the entire family was gathered downstairs in the living room, it was easy to dismiss, perhaps just the quirks of an old building. But then, the youngest child started talking to someone they couldn't see, a figure she called the lady in the hall. Her parents chalked it up to an active imagination, a common phase for children. That was until they started hearing a faint, disembodied female voice whispering from the empty hallway themselves. A few days later, while cleaning, the mother noticed a loose panel in the wall. Behind it, she found a dusty box filled with old photographs of a family that lived there before, family that looked unnervingly similar to their own. Tucked among the photos was a yellowed newspaper clipping from 1979. It detailed the mysterious disappearance of the previous tenants. They had simply vanished without a trace. The family grew more unsettled. They tried talking to their neighbors, but no one wanted to discuss the house. Locals would avert their eyes and change the subject, their silence speaking volumes. The nights grew worse. Every single night, at precisely 3:07 a.m., the silence would be shattered by the sound of doors slamming shut throughout the house, followed by faint whispers that seemed to call out their names. A sickening smell, like rotting wood mixed with something much worse, began to seep from the walls. Desperate, the father contacted a local priest, begging him to come and bless the house. The priest arrived but stopped dead on the doorstep, refusing to set foot inside. He looked at the father with grave eyes and said, "Some places are not meant for the living. This house was never meant to be lived in again." That was the turning point. One night, the father woke up with a chilling feeling of being watched. He opened his eyes to see a tall, dark shadow figure standing silently at the foot of his bed. The next morning, they made a final, horrifying discovery. Every family photo they had brought with them had been burned to ashes, yet the frames and the house itself were completely untouched by fire. They didn't wait for another night. They packed only what they could carry and fled, leaving almost everything they owned behind. The house still stands today, abandoned and decaying. No one has lived there for decades. But locals say that sometimes, when you drive by late at night, you can still see lights flickering in the empty windows, as if someone or something is still waiting inside. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chillin' tales. See you next time.